So we're going to start in a seated meditation this evening. So like I said, I don't have the controls right now to mute you all, so you'll have to do that yourselves. Thank you, I think you have. Just get comfortable, put yourself in a comfortable seated position. And take a couple of deep breaths, just all the way in and all the way out. Good, and again, breathe in and breathe out. Let's take one more full breath. Inhale through the nose. You can exhale out your nose or mouth, just letting go. And then if you feel comfortable closing your eyes, allow your eyes to shut down if they aren't already. Continue to notice your breath as it's flowing in and flowing out of your body. Just listen to the sounds in your space. There might be noises, it might be silent. Just letting the sounds that you hear just be an anchor. And an anchor into the present moment. And like an anchor that you throw off of a boat, it like ties you or tethers you to a certain point, but within there's still some drift, a little drift. So it's not like you're stuck. There's a little movement, but you have something to pull you back to your center, back to this moment. Just let it be the sounds that you hear, whether it's silence, whether it's the sounds of someone else in your space, or the sound of nothing, or maybe you hear nature sounds. You have an animal rubbing up against you. Notice your body's want to fidget or move, and see if you can just hold yourself in stillness. It takes something, If something arises, rather than being in reaction to it, just maybe you name it. I find it really valuable. Like if I have an itch or a spot that starts to get uncomfortable, I'll just say my right knee pain. Or I have an itch on my left cheek. Just naming, it's acknowledging, and yet I don't have to react. What happens if you don't react? Just stay and notice how you feel, notice sensations. Notice the ebb and flow of your thoughts. Notice feelings come and go, thoughts come and go, sensations, they rise and they fall away. And then gently flutter your eyes open. And then come into downward facing dog. And if downward dog is not where you want to begin, if you want to begin in cat-cow or you want to begin in child's pose, do that. So you're really in listening, deep, present listening to what you need. And I know like sometimes if I just listen to what I need, I just will stay in a ball on the floor. And sometimes I need the voice of the, someone around me to say, no, come into downward dog. And so you get to choose. What is it that's needed for you tonight? Like what brought you here to your mat tonight, caused you to sign into Zoom, make that effort? Like what brought you to your mat? Just get clear on that right here. And this practice of yoga will ask something of you, right? To do the work, to do, show up. And even if it's showing up in a child's pose throughout the class, like just still showing up as you are. Right here, you're gonna walk your hands back to your feet into a forward fold at the back of your mat. Or if you're in child's pose, you'll just tuck your toes and yeah, or you stay in child's pose, great. Or come into a forward fold at the back of your mat and just take some breaths. You want your head lower than the heart, feet parallel, maybe hip width, maybe wider. You can hold your elbows, you can add a movement, some sway from side to side, or you can be just nice and still. Yeah, let the head drop, just letting go of tension and worry, letting go of your thoughts, letting go of whatever you need to let go of right here. I need to let go of that my dog is outside and he flipped over some trash can. I hear him, I hear things, and there's always going to be something to go do or take care of, and yet I'm choosing to stay here with you. Hi, Katie.
Okay.
We're just in a forward fold. Come into a forward fold wherever you are. And just stay there. And let there be a big hinge from the top of your thighs. You can have a soft bend in the knees if you need. Press into the four corners of your feet. I remember I went to a program with Baron last year. I was very lucky. I got to do a few programs with him last year, and he put us in a forward fold like this, and we were there like 10 minutes, maybe longer. And I remember there was a point where I was like, when are we going to be done? Like, this is hard. This is uncomfortable. And then, staying, and there's this power in staying. And then things will start to shift. They shift. If you just stay and breathe and not questioning and letting go of expectations of when it'll be over, making the adjustments that you need to stay. What can you let go of? What can you give up right here? Give up that this is hard. Give up that I don't want to. Or give up that this was a bad choice. Or give up whatever you need to give up. And drop your hands to the mat. And you get to walk forward into downward facing dog again. Walk your hands back forward, coming into downward dog. And then walk your feet to your hands. Walk up to the front of your mat if you aren't already there. And then just bring your hands to your hips. Point your elbows up to the ceiling. And then root down and rise all the way up. And just stand up. Take your arms up overhead. Just a full breath in. Reach up high. And bring your hands to heart center. And then arms down by your sides. Tadasana. Good, and we'll begin to flow. We're going to move through a sun C today. It's been my go-to today. So right here, you'll inhale, reach up. I'll walk you through it. And exhale, forward fold, bow. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen and extend the spine long. And then step your right foot to the back of your mat. A big step back. You set the right knee down to the ground. And then bring your hands up to your left thigh. Good, and then I always like to move a little bit back and forth. And if you need to pad your knee, like put something under the knee. For me, the farther back the leg goes, the less pain in the knee, the more opening in the hip. And then press your hips forward and then reach your arms up. And then cactus the arms, bend the elbows, and really open up across the chest, the front of the chest. Yeah, good. Press your forearms to the side walls. And I like to even take the palms back a little bit, elbows up a little bit. And it just, for me, it opens up the front of the shoulders even more. Good, and then inhale, reach back up. On your exhale, you'll bring your hands down to the mat and step it back to a high plank. Step back. Good, and then set your knees down to the mat. Knees down, so you're in a kneeling plank. And then this one's called knees, chest, chin. So the hips actually stay up high and the chest and chin lower down. So hips up, chest and chin down. And then you slide forward onto your belly. And point your toes, lift your chest, cobra. To whatever degree, it might be low, or maybe you press to go higher. And then you'll press back to down dog, or child's pose, right? It can be child's pose or downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. Right leg up and back. And then big step forward. Right foot steps forward and step your left foot to meet your right, the front of your space. And then halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips, point your elbows to the sky, inhale, rise up, reach up, all the way up, maybe a hint of a back bend. Exhale, forward fold, bow back down. Drop your head, halfway lift, flatten out the back, then step your left foot back. And you set the left knee down, bring your hands to your right thigh. And then here is where I like to go back and forth a few times. And you can check, you don't want the right knee to go too far forward over the right foot. A little bit's fine, you get a stretch through the calf. And then you'll press the hips forward so you get that lean in, that opening through the left hips, and then reach up. Maybe bend the elbows, cactus. If that feels good, yeah, you don't have to. Nice, and breathe. Good, Trista. Really expand through the chest, the upper back. Good, serene. And then stretch your arms up, big reach up. Bring your hands down to the mat, and you'll step it back to a high plank. So right foot to left, high plank. And then set the knees down, right? Knees, chest, chin. Hips go up, chest and chin lowers down. And then slide onto the belly, cobra, rise up. And downward facing dog, press it back. Or child's pose. You are so funny, buddy. Good, lift your left leg up to the sky. Left leg goes straight up and back, and it can be from hands and knees too. And then step your left foot forward and step your right foot to meet your left. Halfway lift, inhale, find a flat back. Bow forward, exhale, empty. Bring your hands to your hips, point your elbows to the ceiling. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, dive down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step your right foot back, set your right knee down. Same thing, inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus your arms, the shoulders back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra, rise, open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Step your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hands through heart center, bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, cactus, bend the elbows. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling, stretch up. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Hi, Jane. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra, or maybe upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot forward and your right foot to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root down, reach up, inhale, extended mountain, stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, reach up, low lunge. Exhale, cactus your arms, pull the shoulders down and back. Inhale, stretch up, reach up, pull the belly in, lift the heart. Exhale, set your hands to the mat. Inhale, high plank. And then exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just moving with breath. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right foot forward and left foot meets right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Root down, rise up. Inhale, extended mountain, reach up. Last one, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, reach up, low lunge, Anjane. Exhale, cactus your arms, sink a little deeper. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot forward, right foot to left, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. Sweep your arms behind you, interlace your hands. Stretch your knuckles down, open the chest. If your feet are together, make sure they come apart. You want hip width right here, toe heel to feet a little wider. And then you'll fold forward, chest to thighs, then straighten your legs, rinse the shoulders. Really stretch the arms away from your body. Good, nice, Katie. Yeah, moving side to side. Brianna, good. Press your shoulders more to your back. Drop the weight of your head. Good, release your hands to the mat. Now, if you have a block, you'll want it, maybe. You don't have to. We're coming into half moon, so you're gonna stay low here. You'll bring a block in front of your left hand, maybe. And they'll go to the front and to the left of the left foot. And then you'll slide the right leg back and open up into half moon. So you wanna stack the right hip on the left. Good. Good, Serene. Good, Trista. Really root down into the left foot and fingertips. Open up a little more. And then forward fold. Switch the block to the right hand. And switch legs. Slide the left leg back, open into half moon. Good, Tiffany. Really good. Press down into the right big toe. Stack or peel the left hip back. You want left hip on right. Good, Serene. Upper leg active. Press out through your heel. Good. Forward fold. Bow. One more time each side. Switch the block into the left hand. Take the right leg back. Open it up half moon. Yeah, maybe you bend the right knee this time and see if you can catch your right foot in your right hand. Good, Katie and Katie's friend. And then lean back, like lean back. Open your heart space. Open your hips. Unlock. What's locked inside? And then forward fold. Ha, let it go. Switch the block into your right hand. And half moon, take the left leg back, left arm up. Maybe you bend the left knee and catch the foot. Press the foot into the hand. You're good, Janine. We're perfect. Be where you are. Do what your body wants to do. Open, maybe you catch the foot, lean back, open your throat. Maybe look back, turn your head up. Yes, Brianna. And then forward fold. Good job. And then toe heel your feet wider apart. And you'll come down into a malasana squat. So you just squat your hips down between the heels. Bring your hands to your heart. And you can also sit on a block or sit on something where forearms to thighs are fine. And then the tendency is to collapse in. And I want you to reverse that, to press your knees out, press your shoulders back. Really breathing here, breathing some space down into your pelvis, your hips, thumbs at your heart. You can close your eyes even. Take a couple more breaths right here. And then release your hands to the floor and you'll straighten your legs, forward fold, shake your head around. And toe heel your feet together. Bring your hands to your hips, look forward, rise up to stand. And you'll reach your arms up overhead, arms to the sky. And then eagle, take your right arm underneath your left. And you'll bend your knees and stack your right leg over your left. Good, and you'll hold for 5. Sink a little deeper. 4, 3, 2. Keep your arms as they are. And then step your right foot back into warrior 1. Right foot can be flat or heel can lift. Now lift your elbows up and squeeze the forearms in towards the center line. Forearms to center line. Yeah, good. Root down through both feet. Now pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Maybe go up and back. And then you'll look forward and just step forward. Relax your arms, Tadasana. Inhale, extended mountain, reach up. And then left arm, eagle, left elbow under the right. Bend the knees, good. Left leg comes up and over the right. And then squeeze in, lift your elbows up, set your eyes to one point. And just be here. You're watching the rise and fall of thoughts, sensations, beliefs, limitations. Yeah, let things come up. You don't have to react. Just observe. Sit a little deeper. Lift your elbows a little higher. And then step your left leg back. Big step. Warrior 1. So back foot flat, front knee bent. Lift your elbows. Take one more breath here, moving towards a baby back bend. And then look forward and step forward. Back foot to front, arms by your side. Good, and then right here, we're gonna take a figure 4. I have this funny laptop tonight, and so it's hard to see. But you're gonna bend your knees, so you'll come into like chair, and then cross your right ankle above the left thigh, called a figure 4. You can do this at a wall too. You can sit your hips at a wall, like a chair squat, and then cross the ankle, or tree, Janine. You could also take tree, right foot to left leg, right? Or figure 4, you'll sit back and down and see if you can cradle your right shin. So you're holding it in your forearms. And if that's too much, you just rest your forearms on your shin. Yeah, there's a balance element. So drishti helps set your eyes to a single point. And start to feel the stretch in the right hip. Good, Serene. Yeah, you can sit at a wall. Perfect. Wall's good. Or holding a chair. Good. Yeah, good. It's okay to hold on to something. Yeah, it's totally okay to hold on to something. Flex your right foot. Press your hips back a little more. Really deep breathing. Nice, Trista. Good, Tiffany. Nice job. And then you'll come back to standing mountain pose and just notice the difference in your legs. Take a breath. And then we'll come to the other side. So yeah, you can have a chair or table or something nearby, or a wall. You'll bend your knees and then cross the left ankle over the right thigh. And you want to flex the foot. Try to keep the hips square. Sit back and down. Maybe rest your forearms on your shin. Maybe cradle the leg. You can hug the lower leg towards your chest. And I know that the minute I get, like lost in thought, I lose it, right, the pose. So it's like really staying here, like really clear, anchoring your mind, your eyes, your physical body, like all parts of you align right here. Good, and if you waver, come out, just get back in with nothing about it. No story, and no judgment, no nothing. Just be here. Good, Brianna. Take 3 more breaths. Just know there's this whole principle. The moment you want out is when it really begins. That's the beginning. Okay, come on up to stand, mountain pose. Return to the front of your space. Maybe take a little twist from side to side. You can roll your shoulders around or shake them out, whatever you need to do. Good job. And then bring your feet back to hip width, arms by your side. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. And then walk your feet back, downward facing dog. You can pedal it out here or move your hips from side to side. And then bring your feet together and lift your right leg up to the sky behind you and bend the knee. Roll your hip open. If you'd like to make some hip circles, you can do that. Rolling the knee around. And then you'll take a big step forward when you're ready, right foot to right hand. And then walk your hands around to the left, straddle forward fold. Bring your feet to parallel. Walk your hands back between the feet. Relax the crown of your head towards the ground. You can stay there, or you can come on up and turn your toes out at diagonals and move a little bit right to left if you'd like. Or you can just hold your forward fold if that feels like where you want to be tonight. Good, and the next time you come to center, you'll walk yourself around to the right foot, the front foot, and you'll come into a lunge, and then set the back knee down, point the back toes, pull your hips back and flex the right foot. So half splits. Your hands can be on blocks or fingertips on the floor. The tendency is to be rounded through the back. That's fine, but I want you to try to find more length. So it's like you try to pull the chest forward and push the shoulders back. And you'll get a little more opening through the hamstring. Draw the toes to the ceiling, flex the right foot back towards the shin. Really deep breaths into the back of the leg. Nice, and then from here you'll come forward into lizard. So you walk your hands to the inside of the right foot, press your hips forward, toe heel your right foot to the right, and maybe turn it out. So you turn your toes out to a diagonal, like 2 o'clock, and then let the knee come out to the right. And that's a possibility. If that doesn't feel good on your ankle, you don't have to. And then you can either come down onto your forearms or bring your forearms to a block or a pillow. You can also add in the twist where you reach your right arm to the right, bend the left knee and catch the foot from behind. Holy moly. I think I needed that one. Wow. And then what happens to me when I get into a pose where I feel that resistance in the muscles or in my body, you know, I tighten up or I hold my breath, and that's the opposite of what you want to do. That's the reaction, right? That's the like kind of default. But if you can like soften and breathe deeply, and like let go of trying so hard, see what's possible without a whole lot of effort. Like Barron says, try easy or hardly try. Like just softening in, even in the most difficult of moments. You hardly try. Oh, Trista, your shoulder. Okay, you'll gently release. You'll make your way back to down dog. If you want to move through a high plank, low plank, you can, or you can just skip it. Or child's pose is fine too. And then you'll lift your left leg to the sky from down dog or tabletop. Bend the left knee, roll your hip open. And you can take a few big circles with the knee, or you can hold it. And take a breath in. As you exhale, big step forward, left foot to the left hand. And then you'll walk your hands around to the, to the side again, to the right, coming into your wide leg forward fold. So second one, and you can interlace your hands at your back if you want to add in some shoulder opening. Or you can invert, some of you like headstand, you can get into headstand here. And what can you let go of? Like I'm looking at my floor and thinking I should sweep, right? And it's like, not now. Like what can you let go of right here? What's pulling you away? What can you let go of or give up that will keep you back right here? Get you back. And you'll release your hands to the floor if they aren't. And then you'll come on up to a flat back, walk your hands around to the left foot, come into your lunge. So you drop into lunge, back knee to the ground, and then pull your hips back and flex the front foot. The left toes to the sky. Really lengthen through the sides of your body. It's called a half splits or half Hanumanasana. Hanuman is a monkey god, and he leaps through the air in pure joy and full splits. So rather than grimacing, can you smile, bring a hint of joy? Right here, you're moving your body, right? Finding the enjoyment of moving, breathing, feeling, moving stuck energy. Then point your toes, you'll walk yourself forward to lizard. Bring your hands to the inside of your left foot, front foot, toe heel it to the left. Turn it out at a diagonal. Maybe you roll to the pinky toe edge of the foot. Maybe you drop down onto your forearms. You can also add that twist, left arm back, bend the right knee, catch your foot. And then you really want to find integration, right? Shoulder integration, total body integration. What does that mean? It means you're not in a default. You're in integrity. It's like you're pressing your shoulders to your back, jawbone back, being mindful of how you're holding your body, mindful of how you're showing up, who you're being right here for yourself on the mat. Really good, and then you'll let that go and you'll make your way back to downward facing dog or child's pose. You can go through a vinyasa, high plank, low plank, or skip it. Then you'll look forward, bring your feet to your hands, sit down and lay down on your back for bridge pose. And if you would like to take a supported bridge, you can place a block under your hips or a bolster under the hips, like hips on a block. So you can take a supported bridge. Good, good, Serena. Or you can lift your hips up, tuck your shoulders underneath you. Coming into your version. Good, Janine. Squeeze your knees towards one another. Press the four corners of your feet into the mat. Press the backs of your shoulders to the ground, really opening up the front of the chest, the airway, your lungs. And then release down. Take a pause, just take a breath. And then we'll do two more, and it could be bridge or wheel, or it can be supported. You choose. Bridge, you can lift your hips, or wheel, plant your hands by your ears and press up into back bend. A huge heart opener, shoulder opener, chest opener. Yeah, this is where you just have limitless, like take off the chains. Nice, Katie. And then lower down. Take a pause. Take a breath. If you were in wheel, you can roll your wrists around a few times. We have one final one. This is it. And then from here on out, it's going to be super low key, mellow, restorative. Last one, last like working pose. It could be bridge or wheel. You go right now. Go up right now. Yeah, press the four corners of the feet into the mat. Press the palms down. Open the heart. Good, Trista. One leg even. Yeah, you can take a leg up. Good, Janine. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Good. Scoop your tailbone forward. Open your throat. Let your head drop back even more and wheel. And then come all the way down. Take the block out from under your hips if there's a block or bolster there. And Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees apart. You can place a hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, or arms by your side. And just breathing and feeling. I know when I do this practice, it's whether it's a power practice or whether it's like a slower practice, or even if I hardly move, if I'm really mindful, it like has this quality. There's a quality that occurs. I used to run a lot and lift weights. I still love to do that, but the quality of breath and way and being and presence that yoga brings me is something totally different. And just like feeling the quality of your energy here and your presence. Coming back to, why did you show up tonight? Was your why being met? And if not, like, what can you change? Like, maybe it's like you're distracted. Like, what can you let go of? Good, and we're gonna move into a hip opener. A happy baby. We're gonna treat happy baby like a really lovely hip opener. It'll be a bit of a hold in this pose. So get comfortable with your hands, your grip. I like to hold the outside edges of my feet, but you might wanna hold the inner edges. You might wanna hold your knees. Hold your knees out wide, or your shins. Good. Let your tailbone kind of sink towards the ground, or I like to stretch my tailbone towards the ground, keep that lumbar curve a little bit less curved the opposite way, right? So tail down, backs of the shoulders down, press the back of your head gently into the ground. Soften your abdomen, soften your belly. If your breath is shallow, try to deepen your breath. If your breath is just in the front of your body, if you only feel the abdomen rising and falling, try to direct your breath more to the sides of the body, under the armpits, or even into the back of your body. Press your lungs back into the earth. You can close your eyes or eyes open to one point. The tailbone down, tail down. Let gravity do more work than you. Like, you can do some, might pull the knees down, but let gravity do some. Shoulders to the ground, press your shoulders down. Okay, hug your knees into your chest. You can rock side to side or front to back, or circle the knees. And we're going to come into half pigeon. So it can either be on your back, reclined, right ankle over left thigh, or right foot, left foot could be on a wall, right ankle over the thigh, or roll forward, right knee forward, left leg back, half pigeon. You can put a bolster, a blanket, a block under the right hip if you need. If your hands get tired, if you're on your back and you're holding the leg, yeah, you might even pivot your body so your left foot can press into a wall. So you can do less. Yeah, this is the place where less is more. Just like let yourself go, like just like you can sink down, you can like surrender, you can let go, you can make noise. We're not at the studio where you have to kind of sometimes be guarded a little. There's other people around, like, really like let go here, let go of whatever you're holding, whatever, you're holding together. We're in this 40 days right now, global 40 days with Barron, and I loved hearing, he was sharing some stories today about coming apart. Like, what does it mean to sometimes we have to come apart a little bit to be put back together, or a lot of it, right? Sometimes we hold it all together and just like are getting by, and through numbing and, strategies to get by. And yeah, like sometimes we have to come apart to feel and to move through something, to be able to let go. And if not now, when? And I promise you'll get put back together. I promise you'll come back in a whole new way. That you have all you need, that you are supported in ways you don't even know. Gently switch to the other leg. I shared a story this week. I cut off the pad of my finger. I was like not paying attention and cutting bread and just sliced off the pad of my finger. And, it was a moment of like, oh shit, and I just wanted to like take it back and what did I do? And, not how I expected to spend my day and all of that. And then later that night I was like, what is, there's a book I love. It's a Louise Hay and it's Heal Your Life. And she talks about different parts of the body and the meanings. And I was kind of looking, through different things and acupuncture. What is the meaning of your index finger? And it's the fear finger. Your pointer finger is your fear finger. And I was like, oh my God, there's so much right now I'm afraid of. We have this pandemic and virus, this unknown, there's that. There's like, at my business, I don't know what's going to happen. I fear for my kids and their future and being out of school. What does that mean? All this stuff. I was like, wow, it totally makes sense that I just tried to cut off my fear finger. I just don't want to feel it. Like, just get rid of the fear. Rather than acknowledging, it's painful and it's scary and it's vulnerable and it's hard. And I don't want to let anyone know how afraid I really have been. And that's just my story, but, really looking in your own life, like, where are you hiding? Where are you not letting yourself acknowledge what you really feel? I encourage you to acknowledge. I encourage you to feel. I encourage you to look, listen, pay attention. Don't let this time pass you by and then just get through it to get on with some future that you then can't live into. What can you let go of right here? And slowly come on out of wherever you are. And then I'm going to let you take about 3 minutes to take any finishing poses you need. And it might look like legs up a wall or hips on a block, shoulder stand or headstand, or a forward fold. Seated forward fold is really nice, or a twist. I love floor twists to complete my practice. And it can be all of the above. You have about 3 minutes. It's a lot of time. It can be just intuitive movement. It could be a long shavasana. It could be taking the time to set up an amazing restorative space for you to rest. Letting yourself move intuitively. It's so important to move your body, to trust your body, to love your body, to listen to your body. Like right here, this intuitive movement, it's like acknowledging that, acknowledging the wisdom and guidance of your body. This body that you have is carrying you through this lifetime. Acknowledge it. We have about a minute and a half left. And begin to make your way towards Shavasana. Coming into rest. I have a reading tonight. Some of you might have already heard this. It's been roaming around. We are not in the same boat. I heard that we are in the same boat, but it's not like that. We are in the same storm, but not in the same boat. Your ship can be shipwrecked and mine might not be, or vice versa. For some, quarantine is optimal, moment of reflection, of reconnection, easy in flip-flops with a whiskey or tea. For others, this is a desperate crisis. For others, it is facing loneliness. For some, a peace, rest time, vacation. Yet for others, torture. How am I going to pay my bills? Some were concerned about a brand of chocolate for Easter. This year, there were no rich chocolates. Others were concerned about the bread for the weekend or if the noodles would last for a few more days. Some were in their home office. Others are looking through trash to survive. Some want to go back to work because they are running out of money. Others want to kill those who break the quarantine. Some need to break the quarantine to stand in line at the banks, others to escape. Others criticize the government for the lines. Some have experienced the near death of the virus. Some have already lost someone from it. Some are not sure their loved ones are going to make it, and some don't even believe this is a big deal. Some of us who are well now may end up experiencing it, and some believe they are infallible and will be blown away if or when this hits someone they know. Some have faith in God and expect miracles during this 2020. Others say the worst is yet to come. So friends, we are not in the same boat. We are going through a time when our perceptions and needs are completely different, and each one will emerge in his own way from that storm. Some with a tan from their pool, others with scars on the soul for invisible reasons. It is very important to see beyond what is seen at first glance, not just looking, more than looking, seeing. See beyond the political party, beyond religion, beyond the nose on your face. Do not underestimate the pain of others if you do not feel it. Do not judge the good life of the other. Do not condemn the bad life of the other. Don't be a judge. Let us not judge the one who lacks as well as the one who exceeds him. We are on different ships looking to survive. Let everyone navigate their route with respect, empathy, and responsibility. And gently begin to move your fingers and your toes. And feel back into your body. And then bend your knees and carefully roll to a comfortable side. And then gently press yourself up to a seated posture. Bring your palms to touch at your heart center. Just acknowledging yourself. Your beautiful, authentic, unique expression in this world, who you are, the person in your shirt. Acknowledge yourself. Bring your thumbs to your forehead center and have an amazing evening. Namaste.